Okay, this is the City Events and Recognitions Committee meeting, monthly meeting for Wednesday, October 21st, 2020. There's the agenda. Ashley, if you'd like to call the meeting to order.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Okay.
All right, I would like to call the meeting to order. I will also like to acknowledge, I would like to recognize that we are meeting on Indigenous land, the traditional lands of the Puyallup people. Welcome everybody. Let's first start with the meeting agenda for today. I motion to approve the meeting agenda for today. Do I have any seconds?
Oh, you don't move, you ask for a motion.
Oh, I asked for a motion to approve the agenda for today.
We need to have your recording. So Chris, if you're gonna make that motion, then
This is, hey, yes, I would like to motion to approve the minutes, or approve the agenda, excuse me.
Are there any seconds?
I think Kate would like to, but she just put in the chat that she can't unmute herself.
it looks like every time you mute yourself, I have to go back in and.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just will stop remuting myself. So you guys might hear my dog bark or something.
That's fine. That's all part of the charm.
Yeah. I second it.
Thank you, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now Ashley can't unmute herself.
Interesting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, perfect. I motion to approve the minutes of September 16th, 2020. I asked for motion to approve the minutes for September 16th.
I motion to approve the minutes for September 16th.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect, thank you. All right, welcome everybody. First things first, I would like to start with recruitment for committee vacancies.
Okay, that's mine. All right, so we started out with this very large response, which was great. I think half of the people that responded to and applied for these positions lived outside of the city limits, so that eliminated them from eligibility. Then we had probably 9+ people that were invited to come in and interview, and what we ended up with were 6, and then one was not selected. I don't know why, but it was in District 1, so we may still have a chance to push through an interview from that district before the end of the year, but just know that we will be doing another round again for June 2021, because some of your terms actually expire in 2021 and some are in 2022. And so next steps will be for these individuals to be recognized and appointed by the full council on November 3rd, which is, oh my gosh, only I think, oh, well, we know exactly when it is because it's, it's a election day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's less than 2 weeks away. So that's where that is. I mentioned that Adela wasn't able to attend, but she did respond to an email question that I sent her because I knew she wasn't going to be here. But I want to put together a good comprehensive orientation packet for new members. And I recall that some of you had said that, you know, there were things that you wish you had known before you stepped into your first meeting. And since we have time between now and that meeting in November, in mid-November, I'd like to ask each of you, and you don't have to answer this here and now, but I would like to ask each of you to consider what you would have liked to know, or what information or materials you would have liked to have before you stepped into that first meeting. And we can also use part of that first meeting as an orientation where I can invite, you know, the new members and give them some background and orientation, or I can do a separate meeting with them or individually. But that first meeting, I'd like them to come prepared. So if you can think of anything now, you can either send me an email or answer live. And then I have one other document that I need to go over with you. So.
Cool. Does anyone have any questions or anything to add to what Kala just spoke about?
No, but I'll think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just maybe before the end of next week, because I'm on vacation next week, so I'm not going to work on it then. But
Okay.
But like I said, I have until the middle of November when we have our next meeting to at least contact each one of them. And yeah.
So altogether, how many members will be going forward?
How many new members?
New members.
Five.
Five.
If you're looking at the screen, there's Luis Alonso, Jessica Johnston, Alicia Ramsey Gonzalez, Rosie Delcid Castillo, and Stephanie Caldwell. And I will point out that 3 identify as Latinx and 2 as African American. So.
Oh, are the at-large positions still going to be open, or is that the plan? Or
No, they're all filled now.
they're all filled?
Yeah.
Except for District 1.
Right, that's not an at-large position. That has to be somebody who lives in that district.
In District 1, yeah.
Yeah.
And Cal, is that just because we didn't get any applications from District 1?
No, it was actually that there was one applicant that did interview and they didn't feel like she was a good fit, I guess. I can only speculate because they don't share their reasons why.
Okay.
I think that's just, you know, yeah. Okay, and then before we move on to the MLK event, I have one other document. Let me see where I put it. Okay, I'll stop sharing and then I'm going to share this other thing.
Doing good, Cal.
I'm working on it. Thank you. Okay. So this document is the rules and procedures. And I think I've explained this to you guys before. I'm not sure if you all were here in September 2018. I don't think so, but that was the last time we updated this, and we should have done this in September 2020, but no, I'm not going to worry about that. So this is the document where it lays out what the purpose and the oversight and rules and procedures, and then what's expected of members in a very dry, it's the very dry document that explains those things. And so I went ahead and I had to fix a few things. Let me just do a review. Sorry, I'm going to show all markup so you can see what I changed. Let's see. Under staffing, I didn't feel like there was enough said there. So on page 3, I put that I added TVE staff will perform other duties as needed in support of the CERC. And then attendance, I put any CERC member who has 3 unexcused absences in 12-month period will be advised in writing. So that's just, I just changed it to 3 because I don't know why it said 2, because it's always been 3. And then on the next page under voting, motion to table an agenda item requires no second. That was not clear. It just said a motion to table. And then I added under quorum, on the second to the last page, there should be, all right. Will consist of a simple majority, because that's what that's what we've been operating under, because there's been so much fluctuation in the number of members. And then I went in and I made sure that everything was cleaned up under the Open Public Meetings Act and email exchanges section, so that it is clear that the email exchanges are not to be about committee business. If you're talking to everyone, there just needs to be an email to everyone, can be a one-way message. And an example of that would be when I send you the agenda for the next meeting, I'm sending it to you without the expectation that you're going to respond. So it's not subject to public disclosure or anything like that. Or it's not breaking any rules here. And then and I changed it to August 31st because I knew we weren't going to get this done until this month. So this review is happening in October instead of August 31st. So that is pretty much everything. And I didn't put that it has been revised yet at the very top of the document, because you need to vote on it, or you need to table it for a November meeting or something like that, so that it can be voted on by a quorum.
Sure. I would love to, my initial instinct is to table it for the new members to come in and give them, maybe even December. I mean, like, so that we give it to them in the first meeting in November, if that's the one, mainly because, Cal, if you can scroll up that proposed oversight, I think as Ashley and I start talking more about, that other national and local observances, like, hey, we'd love the city events and recognitions to be, or maybe review the purpose, to be this committee to be the heart and soul of Tacoma, in what it is that we do. And then maybe just take a second look at this, I guess. And I guess, is this internal, this document, is this something that we vote on and approve, or does this require approval outside of our committee members?
No, this is only for your approval.
Great.
Yeah, it does not go to any other body. It doesn't go to the EDC or anyone. If this was bylaws, like if you were a board of directors or an operating contract, like a commission might have, like the Arts Commission, then it may go, but I've never staffed one of those kind of committees before, CBCs. This is my first rodeo, so.
Sure. Cool. Then in that case, yes, please, I'd love to, I mean, depending on the other committee members that are here present today, I'd love to table it at least for another month.
That makes sense to me.
Got it. Okay. So I'll just make a note in the minutes that I will put it on the agenda for November. And I will send you this document.
Thank you so much.
And that is part of the reason I didn't add anything to the agenda today was that is part of the welcome packet, orientation packet. Okay. Any other questions for staff about that? I'll put the agenda back up. Hi, Fred.
Hi, Fred.
I bet he needs to be allowed to.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me go in here. Has to unmute. There.
There we go. Now I can unmute myself.
I'm
Thank you.
so sorry. I don't know what's going on here, but whatever. Okay. The agenda's back up. So, Ashley, you want to take it from here?
Yes. Did you want to share the agenda or do you want me to just go through it?
Oh, you mean your notes?
No, like share with us, or do you want me to just keep going? Do you want it screen, like share screen?
This is all I have to share, so.
Okay. All right, so Martin Luther King Jr. birthday celebration is the next thing on the agenda, planning for 2021. I can give you guys a brief update of what's going on with that. MLK celebration was in production this past weekend. They also have some production scheduled for this weekend at the Tacoma Dome. We did a segment with the Peace Bus Quabi on Saturday, and also Lewis, what is his, Davis Jr. I'm sorry, who is a owner. He's co-founded a gym in Tacoma with Desmond Trufant. So we did a small interview with him that will be included in the program. So as of right now, the program's theme is collective voice, collective hope. We are now in the process, I think they are editing some of the shoots that they did on Saturday, and we will be recording keynote speaker John Gaines this weekend. And I believe our saxophone player, he's gonna play Lift Every Voice. I'm not too sure what else is on the agenda for that day, but I do know those two people are supposed to be coming in. I can share what we've been discussing as far as the program goes, if you all kind of feel confused as to what's going on. The MLK celebration for this year, 2021, will be virtual. So we will have the program played through TV Tacoma, as well as, I believe, Facebook social media for Tacoma, City of Tacoma. I'm not too sure, but there is some show times for that, and Fred is more than welcome to share those with us. It will be just like how the City of Destiny Awards were, where we just kind of could sit back and just enjoy it ourselves. We've also talked about adding in some different type of performances this year. So we are working on a cipher, a local artist, local rapper artist cipher. We're also getting a few of the Tacoma citizen celebrities to kind of send in a message to Tacoma, like an uplifting message that they feel will be nice that they can address to Tacoma. So as of right now, we have locked in. Sorry guys, there's so many different text messages and emails right now, and I'm like trying to keep everything together. There were a few people that I know she's working on the True Fonts, all three of them, to be a part. And we are waiting to hear back from Kevin on stage, if any of you know who that is. He is he's a comedian, and he's really blown up, but he's also originally from here. So Tina Tosh and Marcus Chambers. I'm not too sure who both of these people are, but that's who we have locked in. We're waiting to hear back from the True Front brothers, and then Kev on stage. Kev on stage. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're also kind of still trying to, we are trying to get the mayor's part of her segment locked in. I have heard back from Shalisa Hayes yesterday.
Can you repeat?
Yeah.
Can you repeat who you're trying to get?
We're trying to
get it broke up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So the other names as well. Did you hear those?
I heard Tina Tosh and Marcus Chambers and Kev on stage, but
Kev on stage, and then the True Front brothers. We are still waiting to hear back from the mayor's people or the mayor on when we can get her part of the program recorded. I did hear back from Shalisa Hayes, and we talked briefly yesterday. So she wants to kind of sit on the idea and what she wants to say if she's going to accept the award, and she will get back to me by November 3rd on what that will be. Yeah, I think that's all the updates that I have.
So with the mayor, Jennifer needs to work with you and her to write a script. And Jennifer's not here in this meeting right now, so I'll get with her afterwards or tomorrow and make sure that she can do that.
Okay.
Because that's what she had mentioned that she would do at our last production meeting.
Okay.
So it's not just the mayor all on her own, that it's incorporating. So she's probably going to want to talk with you. And then we'll need to have, those scripts from John Gaines and Shalisa so that we can be sure the timing works. And I still haven't gotten a run of show from you, and I still haven't gotten a budget update from you. So I really need to have those things before you start locking people in. This has happened in the past where, you make agreements with people, not you personally, but previous production managers have made agreements to pay people for things. And then our budget doesn't have a lot of flux. So
yeah. And I'm as well, we're all still kind of sitting down with the budget. But I did send you the run the show. Did you want something different or?
Oh, well, that's pretty much just an outline. A run of show has got, each segment in order with the number, with the
times and everything.
All the times, not just 4 minutes long, but it's going to start at 8 p.m. or whatever.
Okay.
Fred, can you unmute yourself?
Yep.
Can you do a better description for me? I'm sorry. Not my area of expertise.
For the run of show, yeah, it would just be, it would start at 8 o'clock, and then you would have the first segment, which would be an open, and how long that is, and then the comments by the mayor and how long that is, and then it would keep a running time. Because if we can, we'd like to keep it at 2 hours or less, because that's our block of time for our special presentations like this program.
Okay. Also, Fred, I'm actually glad you're on this call. So Long had asked me today about the Dr. King rights and everything that we had talked about before.
Uh-huh.
And then I did tell him that we were going to talk more about it today, and I did not receive another question from him. So I'm just wondering if that is going to be purchased, or if it was purchased. If so, can I give him your email or?
Yeah, go ahead and give them my email. I'm still researching stock footage companies just to make sure that we can get the best price possible. But
Okay.
yeah, you can go ahead and send him my email.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
And Ashley, just a comment about, where you're using, it looks like 3 different videographers to do various tasks. And if you're paying them a good amount, which it looks like you're proposing.
Well, yeah, and we talked about that because I don't.
I would suggest that you ask them to work on a run of show.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fred could certainly send some examples from other special presentations. Yeah, because this is kind of a different environment than we've done in the past where it's all stage produced.
Yeah, I can send an example. I'll send it by the end of the day.
Okay.
I just feel like, okay, my internet connection is unstable. I'm sorry. I just feel like if you've got 3 professionals working in different capacities on the video production, one of those should have in your contract with them
Okay.
that they're going to help to flesh out that run of show. And sooner rather than later, because Fred's going to need that. And Jennifer's going to need it to help write the script for the mayor and anybody else that she has to work with.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Are there any other questions regarding MLK?
Let's see if I can unmute people.
Sounds good to me.
I
don't know if you can hear me.
Yep, we can.
Okay, cool.
I don't know, Kim, if you had any questions.
No, I was stuck on mute for a while, so it's really hard for me. I don't see the agenda up, so I don't know if you were trying to.
Well, just talking about the MLK event.
Yeah,
so,
no, and I concur that it's really critical to get that run a show as soon as we can. There it is.
And then update on calendar and budget. Yeah. If we could skip that for now. We can move on to Juneteenth update if everyone's ready for that. We do have a proposal scheduled for October 27th to present to the Economic Development Committee. So Chris, would you like to do an update on that or?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Like Ashley had mentioned, we have and we're excited to present to the Economic Development Committee, along with Kim, those names that you sent me. Thanks, I did find those. So we'll be presenting our proposal to add Juneteenth to the City Events and Recognition Committee. Really, there we've like I had kind of mentioned at the beginning of the meeting, the proposal is really just the idea and then the budget, right? Really the that for Juneteenth, that let's see, I want to bring up really just, I think the most important part is, hey, we'd really like the mission of Juneteenth Tacoma, to celebrate every June 19th annually. The emancipation of those who've been enslaved in the United States in order to create opportunities for strong links between races and ethnicities. That's going to be a little bit under review in light of the transformation resolution. So there may be maybe just a couple of words here and there that are a little bit different. Ultimately, giving as many organizations that want and need to get involved the intent behind the event. And so they can kind of take the reins. And so Ashley can really just say, hey, this is the umbrella of what we want, and then hopefully empower different individuals to do it. What does that look like from here to the 27th? I'll work on the first draft of those slides, send them out, version 1 to Ashley sometime tomorrow. Then really by Friday, we're going to have a working copy that we'll send to Kim and Kala. Kala, I know you're going on vacation. Is it this weekend or the next week? You deserve it, regardless of when it is.
Friday.
Perfect. So it won't really get there before you leave, but whenever you get back, great. And then
I have full faith in Kim to guide you through that process.
That is fantastic. Yes, and
but I'll be there tomorrow for our little meeting. So
great. And after that point, it's simply rehearsals, right? Fine tuning, Ashley and I making sure that what we're presenting is worth that committee's time, and it really speaks to the kind of the gravity of hey, this is going to be really freaking cool, right? This is going to be something that a lot of people from different parts of Tacoma can come together and see each other. So anyway, that's the update, the nuts and bolts, and also the idea behind it.
Are there any questions?
Sounds good.
Thanks, Kate.
All right. Now I would like to leave the floor open for public comment. If anyone has any comments, go ahead and address those with your name.
oh, we have 0 attendees.
Okay.
Bummer.
What a surprise.
All right.
I did have, sorry, just one, because I just saw it. We did get an email from Laura Pettit that she didn't get a Zoom invite, but she's also on maternity leave with a 2-week-old. So she's working a lot harder than any of us. She says she was happy to dial in, but obviously she couldn't. But she's also happy to provide comments after the meeting as well. And hopes we are all well.
Yeah. I'll make a point of reaching out to her and letting her know, because this recording, Jennifer will get this to me hopefully tomorrow, and I can make it available for everybody to view on YouTube. So, and it shouldn't be a very large file this time again. So I think we're doing pretty good. But thanks for checking it for me, Kim.
Well, perfect. I motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So we will adjourn the meeting at 4:48 p.m.
All right. It was nice talking to you guys.
Nice to talk to you, hear your voice.
Yeah. Next time I'll put on makeup so I can join video.
We've all gotten used to each other.
Yeah, it's sort of like RoboCop, none of us can use cosmetics anymore, but no, I'm just kidding. But they have these lovely filters that make you look dewy and,
That might be a little much for me.
Right. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys. All right. Bye.
Good night.
Chris, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. See you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, Fred.
Bye.
Bye, Fred.
Bye.